How you boys doing? UFC 303 is this weekend, and we all can't wait for it. But let me help you out with some of the fights that most people don't know about. Let me help you out with some of the parlay. And I am 5 for 5 if you don't include the robbery that happened in UFC 301. I'm 5 for 5. I'm got a great record, and I won 100% in the last UFC 302. So come on, we got some good background history. To start off the card, we got Ricky Simon versus Vinicius Oliveira. This one is actually going to be a fun fight to watch if you want to watch it, but I am picking Ricky Simon just basically due to the experience in wrestling. Vinicius Oliveira did kind of get a bit wrestled in his fight before, and this is only his second matchup, and he's fighting a guy that is a way better and has fought great people. Okay, we move on to the next fight. We got Rey Tasuria versus Carlos Hernandez. Carlos Hernandez does not have the great defense, but does not have great like defense when it comes to striking. But the takedowns obviously there just because of his wide hips, especially since he's trying to be in that boxing stance, is definitely present. And like Tesura definitely has good enough wrestling. He has great ground and pound. He has great submission offense. When we contrast that to Carlos Hernandez, which has really weak submission offense. And if you're gonna pick this fight, I'll pick Ray Tesura. But if you really want to get into this in depth with it, you're gonna have to pick Ray Tesura by submission. Moving up the card, we've got Andre Arlovsky versus Martin Buday. If you're going to pick this is definitely going to go to a decision, so I'll tell you that. But if you want to pick a winner, it's going to be Martin Buday. We've got Andre Arlovsky coming in at the ripe age of 45. I get it's heavyweight, but 45 is really old. He is also a blob. They both are, but Martin Buday is a bigger blob. And Buday's been training with Aspinall. Aspinall did beat Arlovsky, so you must think they've talked to each other, they've been training with each other, they've been giving each other tips and shit. Michelle Waterson Gomez versus Jillian Robertson. I'm just going to pick Jillian Robertson. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about this fight. I don't really follow women's MMA. I know she's a karate guy, but in my opinion, this is just MMA. We'll go with the redhead, eh? We'll go Peyton Tabit 8-0 versus Yanis Kemonuri. I feel like this is pretty easy. You're trying to set up the guy, Sean O'Malley lookalike type of guy. He's a genetic female. If you've seen the clips of him like backflipping and shit, he just came onto the sport as well. He's been a great fighter in Cameron Simon, which is actually a step down in competition if we're really talking about it. So come on, it's easy. Talbot, put that on your parlay. Put that on the parlay. We've got Charles Jordan versus Gian Silva. This is a good one because Jordan did lose to Woodson. It was a pretty close fight. And Kanani is actually basically just all of that fight. Everyone had a shit day on that day, man. Jordan is a motherfucker, though. He's experienced, he's diverse, he will land all the clean shots that you want, he'll survive, and he'll win a decision. Definitely. You can see Jane Silver's maybe come with some blitz or something, but this jump up is a bit crazy, to be fair. Let's be honest. I'm going to go with Jordan, easy. Moving up the card, we got Cobb Swanson versus Andre Philly. Cobb Swanson is coming at the ripe age of 40, and Philly's coming at 34. Unfortunately, both of them are not going to have any title aspirations, but Philly still has a thought of having a title aspiration. Philly's a boy. He's got great tattoos. He's pretty much a sexy guy. He's been fighting top competition. Cobb Swanson literally got a robbery in his last fight. And the podcast with like on the Jackson podcast really showing that Andre Philly is like determined. He's ready to fight. Well, Swanson's not really concentrating on that. She's talking about some random bullshit. He doesn't have the title outfits. And Swanson did a great robbery. He has to get punished for his robbery. And moving up the card, we've got the prelim main event. We've got Troy Piper versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Marc-Andre Barriault's last fight was against Chris Curtis, which talks about how long ago this shit was. Look, let's talk about this. It's a 3-round fight. Piper's lost. He's angry. He's a bit of a weirdo. He's a bit retarded. And Barriault is a smart guy. He'll just sit there. He's a gritter. But you can't like kind of outgrit Joe Piper. Joe Piper will throw the punches and bunches. He will get you. He will land good. He will land. And he did win the first 2 rounds against Hermanson. So come on. Joe Piper is definitely top skilled. And he's fighting someone who really isn't skilled. I'll be honest with you. Like, he doesn't have anything to threat. You get what I mean? My favorite fight on the whole goddamn main card was starting it off with Ian Machado Gary versus Michael Page. I'm gonna be picking Machado Gary on this one. The only thing I don't like that he's coming up with purple shorts, and if you see those pictures of him with purple shorts, he looks really gay. And he's definitely missing the aura, and his skin looks weird with all this shit. But if we go down to specifically MMA, Ian Machado's game is basically timing and movement and footwork. We'll go with Michael Page. It's movement, timing, and footwork. It's basically it. Who does it better? Michael Page does it better. But in the other aspects, Ian Machado Gary does it. Machado will make it boring. He doesn't really give a shit. And the low kicks, he does is with no telegraph. Those are definitely going to land. If you don't think they're going to land, come on, man. MVP, like he loves the screams, he loves the thing. He's like kind of Justin Gaethje. He loves to feed off that crowd energy, and he will try to make it a competitive, great fight. But Gary won't really give a shit. He'll kind of tiptoe around the shit. MVP's grappling is low-key ass. If you watch his fight in Bellator against a third-ranked opponent, it was not really that great. Gary will definitely wrestle. He's been training a shooter box, so you know his jiu-jitsu is there. He will definitely be able to control. Gary does have a weak chin. And if he does get hit cleanly landed with some of the shots that Kevin Holland took, he will be knocked out. There is no insurance when it comes to him getting chinned to compare. But Gary will win a unanimous decision. But if you don't think Gary will win, he will lose by a knockout. Bueno Silva, what? Maribel Silva and Macy Chiasson, I don't really, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit, man. I just know her last fight was in the Strickland card against Duplessis. I have no fucking clue. Just go with Mero Bueno Silva. Why not? Both have the same record, basically. This one, in my opinion, is pretty simple, but it's really weird because Roman Dolidze is a really shit striker. And Anthony Smith has great ground game. He has a better striking than Dolidze. But Dolidze is a grappler. He's a better grappler, let's be honest. Dolidze is like alright striker. He's kind of shit, but he has some power. Smith has a striking advantage. He kind of has a footwork advantage, which is kind of crazy to say. He also is coming in as a bigger man. But the Lizard is still coming in strong. He's still coming in fit because his last fight was cancelled, and he's still in kind of cap. He just kind of went there for 1 week, I think so. The Lizard also additionally has alright leg kicks, and he's going to butcher the leg of Anthony Smith, a person who just loves getting his leg butchered us for some reason. So I'm gonna pick the Lizard by the decision, unanimous probably. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. I am not comfortable on this pick. I don't know how some people are just saying it so comfortably. It's really crazy. Diego Lopez has 30 fights. Holy shit. Lopez is good, but the jump up is a bit crazy. I'll be honest with you. From 14 to number 3, you're kind of talking shit. Ortega is fit. He's big. Ortega's a better grappler by far, and he's not the better wrestler though. I don't know why everyone's talking about this Diego Lopez shit. Let's be honest. Ortega is a way better wrestler. Let's be honest. Lopez will probably gas out if he goes in the second or third. That is something I definitely see. Maybe if he goes to the third, if he's doing that high output, but I don't even think the fight will even get to the third. Ortega has shown that he has an amazing chin. Yes, he got dropped a bit, but he's still in the fight, the half and fight. Lopez is definitely like bigger, he's faster, he's stronger, he's younger, his strikes are way more calculated, way sharper, he comes on better angles, he sets them up better. Lopez is coming way bigger, he's always in shape if you watch the tough seasons. I haven't watched it, but I've seen the photos. Easy, Diego Lopez by round 2 KO or submission. The main event, Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka. Everyone loves this fight. This is tricky, but statistically, rematches, the loser of the first fight usually wins. I'm not gonna go with this. Pereira has done like meetups and shit all over Australia and stuff, and he's getting into his head. But come on, you're fighting Yuri Prochazka. The guy's a bit of an animal. But if we're going back to MMA statistics and shit, Pereira has leg kicks all day, body jabs all day, left hooks. They're gonna come. Pereira understands the timing of Yuri better, just due to the last fight. Let's be honest. And Pereira definitely has, like, Pereira definitely has been traveling. He's been doing it. He's been obviously working on his takedown defense. He must have. He must know that's basically the only weakness that he has. Pereira still has the same advantages coming into the fight. Yuri still has the same advantages getting into the fight. I get the first fight, the return of Prochazka was returned, and the shoulder injury and all this, and Yuri gets better with experience, and he has the experience of UFC 300. Alex Pereira also has the experience of UFC 300. So give me Pereira by a round 2 KO against Yuri Prochazka. But the one thing that is a bit annoying, I'll be honest with you, Lucas Tracy did predict Alex Pereira. I don't know how the Lucas Tracy curse is going on right now, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Alex Pereira, 100%.